So I would just like to make a couple of quick comments on that last bit. Hoarders with guns should be the motto of the Marine Corps. I know enough of them. And if you find out that your physical therapist or anybody else of the medical field was in the Marine Corps, don't go to them. Their medics are naval hospital corpsmen for a reason.
Yeah, we live on land. It doesn't apply.
Their medics come from the Navy. That says enough.
I don't know enough about Navy stereotypes.
It's okay. So I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you want to hear my story about my wild bus ride from Missouri to Florida, or the consequences of my juvenile criminal record?
Criminal record.
Bus. Oh wait, what?
Criminal record.
I guess it's criminal record. It is 500. If only I was getting paid that much. So when I was a kid, I was about 16, got my first criminal charge, which was a minor assault charge. Jabbed a kid with a capped pen. Got myself.
You need to get tips from what's his name's dad.
Trust me, I'm much more dangerous. But I never signed without a blind.
What happened to the kid? Did he survive?
Oh, he was a pussy. I broke my skin. I got 6 months of probation. He was fucking fine.
Did he have to get a tetanus shot?
Did you break the skin or did he?
Did you stab a kid with a pen?
I mean, I got poked him a few times. They said it was premeditated.
It's called.
I said, like, how the fuck is it premeditated? I just knew the pen was in my backpack. It's not like I went to school that day, like, I'm gonna stab fucking Brett with a pen.
Attempted murder, right?
Sure. Anyhow, so, I did a little brief 6-month probation on that. Like, expelled the last 3 weeks of school, some bullshit like that. And then I ended up
Because of the stabbing, where you expelled for the
So the first
bullshit like that.
party, the first party that I went to right after I got off the old probes was somewhere, and lo and fucking behold, cops showed up, and I caught myself a MIP, MIP, minor in possession of alcohol. First MIP I got, 1 of 3, and
All in the same night?
no, just the one night.
That's double jeopardy.
So, because my juvenile / probation officer was the same one from my hefty little assault charge, she was like, you know what? I'm gonna send you to AA. So I did. And it was...
Were you an alcoholic at the time?
Definitely not as much as I am now.
Or was it Assaulters Anonymous?
I went to my first AA meeting at 16.
Oh,
Yeah.
so cute.
Hit me up later.
When was the first time you stabbed someone with a pen?
Let's hear that story. So...
These are the
Me and my
stories.
sponsor.
These are the stories all black people hear and just shake their head.
Oh no, trust me, I got plenty more of that shit. This is nothing.
These cats ain't gonna learn.
I should tell you about my mom. So, I do the AA meetings for like, I don't know, fucking 6 weeks. And I get done with that shit, and...
Place to get cocaine.
No, it's not. I lived in Jefferson County, Missouri, which is otherwise known as Metherson County. Now, I live in Florida now where I can find coke.
Right on.
So, anywho's, it's my last AA meeting, and I get invited to a party.
That sounds like a bad idea.
I'm relapsing.
Or a real party? Or
It was a party in Burnsville. Now, I'm familiar with Burns Mill. I had no fucking clue Burnsville existed. And I get...
Burns, Bills.
Yeah, so many Burns and Bills and Mills and Bills.
Never heard of either of them. Okay.
Yeah, you're not missing much. A lot of meth.
Continue.
So I get there, and there's like a little bonfire. There's like a little circle dirt pit, like in this little corner of a field that all these teenagers are hanging out in. And we're waiting on the booze to show up. And so I'm just kind of mingling, having a good time. All of a sudden, these 2 fucking task force guys show up wearing black t-shirts, plate carrier vests, and wearing fucking dog tag, or wearing badges like they're fucking dog tags, and they're like getting names, writing them down. I just got off an MIP. I don't want to get caught again.
Wait, was there alcohol there?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Some
It's coming.
kids had it, but they were really not generous. So a cop comes up to me. I was 18 at the time, and he goes, "How old are you?" 16. He was like, "Okay, what's your name?" Jason Doc Raiden. That was a fake name.
Yeah, I can tell because I've never heard the name Doc Raiden before.
You don't know
Sounds like
you don't know the local St. Louis Australians.
Does the cop know the Australians?
Fortunately for me, he did not.
Does anybody in this room know the local St. Louis Australians?
They go by the last name of Doc
My
Raiden.
name's Sidney Canberra.
It's Rick and Steve. One of them owns the Silver Ballroom.
My name's Steve Irwin Jr.
Don't tell them I said that I've been using their alias. So this fucking pig comes up to me and he's like questioning me, like, "What's your name?" All that shit. I lie. And he's like, "Got your wallet on you?" I said, "No," which was also a lie. And he's like, "You're a grown-ass man, you don't have your wallet?" I was like, "That's right."
Burn.
I was lying. I can clearly
Cops are
take
getting
that.
sick birds in all
That's
over
awesome.
the place. The guy who shot himself in.
You can't give a fake sounding name and then also lie about not having your wallet. The cop's like, that's what everyone fucking does, okay?
I'd gotten caught on the spot, and then I got in another fucking charge of some kind. So, like, I go kind of like slinking my way out, and I see this chick like leaned up against the hood of the car.
You were trying to look not suspicious and you were slinking your way out.
I was. They had their back turned on me.
Was
So
the
they-
piano going dun 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 dun?
I mean, I probably could have made it more conspicuous, but they were distracted. I had a way out. So I see this bitch leaned up against the car, and she's like texting somebody, and I was like, "Hey, is there any cops on the other end of that fence?" She's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Okay, good. Wish me luck." So I just go fucking walking. And I walked through the dark ass fucking barren wasteland of Missouri farmland in the middle of the night. And I'm just walking by all these creepy ass barns and shit that look like an episode of fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I'm just running down my contacts list like, "I don't know where I am, please get me." Nobody knows where I am. So I called my grandma.
Really? Someone that you called doesn't know where you
They were
are?
probably like, "Wait, are you in Burns Mill?" Burnsville.
Bill, I'm pretty sure it's Bill. So I talked to my grandma and and she's been living in the area for like fucking 30 plus years. And I'm explaining to her like the rough landscape of where I am.
You're describing farms. That could
I
be
am,
anywhere
yes.
within 500 miles
Well,
of here.
again, you know, she knows this area like fucking Charlie in the Bush. And so she's like, "Well, it sounds like..."
Is that another St. Louis Australian?
Were you in Vietnam?
Welcome to damn, bitch! Shit, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you a bitch.
I didn't know you did.
It wasn't personal. So she figures out where I'm at. She's like, "All right, I'm gonna start heading that way." And like, she's staying with me on the phone, like coaching me through this long-winded journey. And I start coming up across like some nice houses, and there's some lady letting her dog out, going to the potty, because that's a mature way of putting it. And I got my grandma on the phone, and I'm like, "Hey, ma'am, are we in Burnsville?" And she's like, yes, you are. I'm like, great. So I start waltzing off, and I'm like, "Hear that, Grandma? We're in Burnsville." She's like, "I'm on my way." So
That's very generous of your grandmother to come pick you up.
Oh, dude,
I would have left you out.
I would not be where I'm at without the family that I have today. Allison?
She's like, don't berate him about
Yeah,
this.
that's my aunt. So she's like, "All right, you're gonna be coming up on like this three-way intersection. Just wait there, and you'll see me." So I'm waiting, and suddenly I see some headlights coming towards me, and another pair of headlights coming from the rear. And I'm like, all right, whatever, fucking people drive by. Turns out, it's the lady from earlier. And she's
With
like...
the dog that pottied?
Yes, with the dog. I don't know if the dog actually pottied or not.
So she drove somewhere for her dog to shit?
No. We're getting there. Just please be patient. So she drives up and she's like, hey, I was really worried about you. I didn't know what was going on. It's not every day some teenager just comes walking across like, where am I? And so I was like, oh yeah, that's my grandma right there coming to pick me up. So I'm good. Well, the light shines down through the car and there's some dude sitting in the passenger seat and he's like, Liam? And I'm like, Adam? Adam was some kid that was in my science fiction literature class, which is not a real class.
The guy
The
that
guy
you
you
stabbed.
stabbed.
No, his name was Brett.
Oh, man,
Me and Adam never had any bad blood.
If that had been the guy who you stabbed.
Then he fucking runs you over with his car.
Hey, you would just be like, oh, fuck this, kid's
That's a
crazy.
consequence.
Vengeance is mine.
So Adam is like, what the fuck's going on? He's like, yeah, I'll tell you Monday. That's my grandma. I am absolutely parched, so if you guys got a bottle of water, that would be great. They didn't. So I get my car, I get my grandma's car and go home, and that was about that. Now, the consequence was, as a teenager, I would go to these stupid fucking parties that kids would just plaster all over the Facebooks and the Twitters, saying the locations and the times. And next thing you know, there's 60 goddamn kids in an open field in the middle of Burns fucking Bill, and we're interrupting a meth lab investigation.
Oh, is that what it was? Is that...
I mean, I'm assuming since they were undercover.
They were there to bust you?
But they had their
They weren't
You
undercover.
just said it was all over Facebook.
Well, the
That's
kids.
the easiest bust they've ever made. And they let you go. So
I was wondering how they
Well, they didn't let me
preemptively
go. I
busted a bunch
slipped
of
away.
kids.
So wait a minute. Your consequences were you were at a party and you got away.
My consequences was that every time I went to a party, cops showed up. Mind you, that was when I got away from. I still ended up with 3 MIPs.
Do you think perhaps because they were telling everybody where the parties were, that law enforcement was just on Facebook waiting for you to post where the party was?
I mean, maybe. I think it was really more of the neighbors complaining because there's fucking 100 goddamn cars in the street, and
Well, if that happened once, why do they keep doing it?
I don't fucking know, man. We were 17. Did you guys not do stupid shit when you were 16 and 17?
I had 4 kids when I was 16. man.
Exactly. At least I was smart enough not to fucking do that.
I was the vice president of General Motors. So
Yeah.
I don't know how you all live.
I'm surprised I still am, to be honest. So, I mean,
Oh, go ahead.
that was about, yeah, I guess moral of the story, fucking, if you're 16, just drink if your parents let you. Like, don't go to parties. Just keep it small.
Just drink by yourself. Don't do it
like a
socially.
proper alcoholic.
Yes.
Everybody in this audience is over 40. So I'm sorry.
I'm 25, so I'm probably the youngest one here.
Liam Ulrich, everybody!
Thanks, guys.
Fight for your right. I always wondered how people in the county party. I guess you just go to like farms and shit.
I never went to a fucking farm. I lived in the county.
Build a barn.
People in
There's
high
a
school, people's
fundraising,
parents would go out of town. I don't know.
drinking apple pie shots.
You guys ready for your last storyteller of the night? Make some noise for